On this week's episode, I sit down with an old friend from middle school. Haven't seen this guy in a while, and turns out he plans to have quite the adventure laid out. He converted his van into a camper, and he plans to travel the entire country in the next 12 months. This is something I always wanted to do myself, so I really wanted to sit down with him and kind of pick his brain and see what he's looking to accomplish with this, and kind of wanted to hear about his journey and what he wanted to do. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I really enjoy talking to him. He's a great dude. Everyone, please help me introduce Mr. Danny Mcleod.
It's just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how?
Come here, though. Yeah, he's crazy, see? Who are you?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Are you ready?
Try not to be here for 3 hours. That'd be great.
No guarantees. How about this setup, huh?
That's awesome.
We're getting there, man. I literally,
really
what is this? This will be episode, 49, I think.
That's a lot so far.
That's a lot, dude. So I'm almost at, I try to do at least one a week, but it's tough, with work and everything. But usually it's like weekends and shit like that. I have people all the time that ask, to be on, but half of them are in Orlando.
Yeah. Trying to get together with people too sometimes is hard.
Yeah, and it's cool because this guy is just a recorder. Mm-hmm. It might even be kind of cool if you want to like I don't know if you ever thought about it, but what you're doing to record it, blog about it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you got a plan for it, videotape it. I mean something.
Yeah,
because it'd be cool to see.
I've not done too much with video. I did photography in high school. I've got a Canon
Nice
T5i.
Oh, okay. That's legit.
A 55 millimeter lens, just basic.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. I've done some stuff at home, just trying to get used to it a little bit.
Back into it, yeah.
And I plan on taking a lot of pictures of, just whatever I see. But I really want to get into night photography with
Yes.
Milky Way and
yeah.
long exposure and stuff like that. I did some at my house with planes flying behind.
Oh, that's cool.
Nighttime long exposure.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just have to get used to remembering all the
Frame rates and
going through. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too much.
So that's what I've got a. It's like a worksheet kind of thing where
It breaks it down.
Breaks it down how to set up for each kind of photograph, whatever you want to take. So if you're doing like a sunset or morning, or you're trying to take an inside picture of food, this guy laid out these
Breaks it
cards
down?
and says,
Nice.
set this. So I'll do that until I kind of get used to
Doing
how
it
to do
yourself.
it myself.
Yeah.
And just playing around with it.
Would you get that on Google? Just YouTubed it or something?
Yeah, I think I was off Google.
Oh shit! I need to look at that.
Yeah.
I'm wasting my time over here. Trial and error. Okay.
I knew some from school, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that was a real dark room, developing negatives into
Oh, that was the
pictures and
serious
all that.
shit, yeah.
Oh yeah. So a total different thing from now. So.
They probably don't even do that anymore, do they?
Old school, but yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. So here we go. Well, we're pretty much recording. So 3, 2, 1, boom. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Brodo Podcast. I am with longtime friend, have not seen him in a while, and I forgot how tall he was. He's like twice my size, Mr. Danny Mcleod. Hey.
How's it going?
I can't clap because my thumb's messed up, or pinky, whatever the hell this is. Yeah, so this is tough. This is hard to do, all this work.
Oh yeah.
With the broken
Changes
finger.
everything.
Yeah, man. So thanks for coming.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long time. Jesus. How long has it been? It's got to be at least 10?
Yeah, at least 10.
10 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think I saw you one time in between.
Yeah.
Somewhere, I can't remember, but I think it's only been once since.
Yeah. Well, shit, in 10 years I've been everywhere. And so have you, too.
Yeah.
So when did you get back? Because you were in the military for, 5?
Just over 6 years.
6
6 years and 2 months.
Wow. And where were you stationed?
Minot and North Dakota and Travis Air Force Base in Northern California.
Nice. Okay.
From bad to good.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. And what was your specialty?
I was a aircraft maintenance, but my first job was electrics environmental. So
Oh, okay.
a bunch of different aircraft, components and all
Yeah.
the stuff that we'd work on.
For sure.
And then I transferred after watching a friend do the same thing. He transferred out of hydraulics
Mm.
and went flight engineer. And I saw what he was doing and noticed like, hey, that looked pretty cool. And he was on a KC-10, which is a in-air refueling.
Okay.
So I looked it up, started looking at when I could retrain. My retrain date was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I put in for it and got it, and actually got the same base that he did, same squadron.
Oh shit.
And we worked together only for a little bit, and then he got out pretty recent after that. But that was awesome because we got to fly all over just doing that.
That's cool. And you guys didn't even plan that. It just so happened that you landed in the same base, right?
Yep.
That's awesome. And where was that? North Dakota?
That's no, that was Northern California.
Cali?
Yeah,
Okay.
about 40 minutes from Sacramento.
So this is probably a dumb question, but did you like California more than
Oh yeah,
North Dakota?
Yeah.
Okay.
great friends and stuff in North Dakota.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, there is one cool thing about North Dakota, and that is Mount Rushmore. I
That's
have
South
seen
Dakota.
that. Is that South Dakota? Shit, okay. It's been probably like 15, 20 years since I've
Yep.
been there. So, okay, so North Dakota sucks then.
Yeah,
Because South Dakota's cool.
yeah. You get Fargo,
yeah.
and that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, South Dakota, when I was out there, we did like the whole Midwest thing when I was a kid. We took the RV and, did all different states. And South Dakota, I think we also saw, isn't there a big mountain that's shaped like it's called Devil's?
Crazy Horse.
Is that what it is?
Is it
Crazy Horse?
The Native American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't know why I said devil. That was, don't tell anybody about that one. Yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff like that. And then Mount Rushmore isn't as big as I thought it was.
I went there from North Dakota. We took a drive down. We sent planes for an
Yeah.
exercise. Then we drove down in a bus, like 12 hours to the base down there, Ellsworth.
Okay.
And so we were doing a exercise. So they sent out all the planes. We would be there to fix them when they came back.
Oh, cool.
And we met them down there, and we went and did Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse.
No shit.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I did not expect how close you could get and like how you could see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And then Crazy Horse was massive, but it's not likely to be done.
No.
I think ever,
No.
because it's only donations from what I've read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Which is crazy. I mean, as much as the national parks get, I mean, you would think they could throw a couple fossils over to
yep.
over those guys. But it is interesting when you see it though in person, because you're thinking to yourself, okay, this happened 70 years ago, 60 years ago, whenever they did it, and they were just using like chisels.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's very similar to like the pyramids. Like, I don't know if we're smart enough now to do that shit. Like, if someone was like, okay, make the
Yeah.
mountain look like presidents.
It'd be all laser and stuff now.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's no way.
3D printed.
There's no way that people are getting up on rafters and hanging out. And I'm wondering like how many people actually died doing that too.
I don't know.
Yeah, because there's no
Sure.
records of that back
No.
then, right?
I don't know.
It's interesting. See, this is where I need like my wife to be the fact checker so I can see if there's any deaths in Mount
Yep.
Rushmore. But we'll look it up and add it in later. But the reason I wanted you to come over and just hang out, you were in Plant City, so that worked out well. And were you just seeing Chris in Plant City?
Yeah.
So have you been there pretty much the whole?
Just from last Saturday.
Oh, cool. Okay, just hanging out, finishing up some stuff, or
Yep. Getting these last little things,
yeah.
upper cabinet and stuff done.
Yeah. Did you go anywhere exciting? Even though it's Plant City's not very
Yeah,
exciting.
just hanging out there.
Cool. What about
after this.
What about Lakeland? Did you go to Lakeland?
No, I've got one friend that lives up there, but I haven't seen him. Not yet.
Nice. So when is because the whole idea? So So I forget. People don't know. So you're at this point where you're 34.
4.
Yeah, same age.
I'll be 34 in 3 days.
Is it 3 days?
24th.
Oh, dude, this is good timing. Happy early birthday.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'll take you out to dinner for your birthday. Sold. But so 34 years old, and now you're at the point where you want to explore. You want to go check out all the states that you haven't been to, go to back to some of the ones that you did,
Yeah.
and you've built this incredible, awesome. I don't want to call it a van. I don't want to call it a camper. It's like what do you
It's a
call it?
van, but yeah.
It's a vamper.
Yeah.
Can we call it a vamper?
It's definitely a van.
It's a hybrid.
But it's like, yeah. Yeah.
So it's got the bed.
Yeah.
It's got
Bed,
sink.
kitchen, yeah. Bunch of storage underneath.
Yeah.
Storage up above or in the cabinets.
Yeah.
Full kitchen.
Way too cool.
Not full kitchen, but what
Right,
I mean.
right,
A
yeah.
sink and
Full for the van. I mean, that's good enough. So what kind of brought this thing on? Like what made you want to do this?
I was working at Lockheed right when I got it. Well, I took about 5 months trying to find a job and took a few months off right when I got out.
After the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got out in 2016. So this is coming up on my 4th year. And just wasn't happy. I thought that I could like move up and it would that would be a fun job.
Sure.
But after being there and working and seeing those people that I would move into those positions and what they did and what they were responsible for and how they were treated and all that.
And how
it
they
wasn't-
acted,
Yes.
probably, yeah.
And it wasn't something that I wanted to continue. So knowing that and then being single,
Yeah.
I have a friend that was in basic training with me and he has a van. So that's where I first learned about it, Mike.
Nice.
And he got his van in Alaska. He was working oil fields after the military. He got out and stayed up there, built a van, and now he lives in California. And then takes his van all the time, goes travel.
Just traveling around.
Mm-hmm.
That's way too cool.
So I saw that and I was like, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And even when me and my ex were together, we kind of talked like doing something like that maybe.
Yeah.
Because of what I had seen. And then when we broke up, it was like, all right, well, I'm not happy at work.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
And I talked to my parents and I had money on the side. So pulled money out of some bond stuff that I had and all that. And put a little bit towards that for the van. And I make some disability. So that'll keep my funding, for the road.
Keep it going. Right on.
So, and then I'll do side work if I really want to do some stuff. And
Yeah.
sold the house. So
You did.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, because then you just picked that up.
Yeah, I bought it in November 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
just over 2.5.
Good. But
So-
you didn't lose money?
No, I got money.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, because I just bought this place and my place in Orlando. I mean, we're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. It's nice.
knock on wood, it stays that way. So you're going to be on the road for how long now? What's the plan?
Looking at about a year. We'll see
Okay.
if I find something, because this is really to find something that I really want to do.
Sure.
I'm going to do a lot of, if it's volunteer, it's volunteer. If it's working little things, trying to pick up money, but it's something I haven't done and somebody says they can show me how to do something, a skill that I can learn for later on.
Yeah.
I've looked at like the veteran stuff. So like Habitat for Humanity,
Oh, cool.
Wounded Warriors. They do a lot of like house building and stuff.
Yeah.
So I can get skills, help somebody, whatever,
Yeah, totally.
And
And you can do it in
use
different
it in-
cities,
yeah.
different countries. Yeah.
yeah, use it in the future. Maybe I'll find something that I really love doing.
Yeah.
So plan on using the time to actually do something, like make it
Yeah.
worth it. It's not just
Not just going
Driving
around
around
and
and have fun.
Yeah. Sightseeing. Very cool.
very lots of sites, but
Yeah, of course, yeah. But at least you have a plan of when you go. Do you have a first destination? So when are you starting, by the way?
I mean, I'm not home anymore. My house is sold. Everything's in storage.
So technically, just kind
So
of.
I guess right now I'm in limbo of not being on the road, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'll head out of Chris's by like Monday,
Okay.
maybe Sunday if I can. But from here, I know it's about 7 hours. I've got a friend Jose in the Panhandle and a friend Brian.
Nice.
So I'm going to see them first. I'm not sure who's in what order and who's
Right.
going to be around. That's easier to get to.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to them probably tomorrow or Sunday.
Oh, cool.
And find
You
out,
just kinda see where they're at.
what days are good. And then I can figure out like I can take 2 days to get up there. I'll stop and do like some springs or something.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone really between here and the Panhandle.
Yeah. There's
So
not a
it's
whole
like
lot of
7-hour drive, I think,
Yeah.
or something like
There's
that.
not a whole lot of
So,
exciting shit.
No.
This is the
I
best.
figured some springs or something. I've got fins, mask, snorkel from diving.
Oh, yeah?
In the military, yeah. So
Oh, that's cool, man.
brought all that. I figured
Yeah,
might
'cause
have something.
I think you have like I don't know if it's on this coast or if it's the other coast, but you got Devil's Den.
I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, have
that
you?
was,
So that's cool. Like Ocala, maybe?
Oh, where was that?
Or it might be closer to like Jenny Springs,
It's north, I think. I'd have to look it up. I can't
Tallahassee or
remember.
something.
Yeah, it was closer to some. It might have been or was it UF?
Gainesville, maybe? Gainesville
One of-
sounds right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was close to somewhere. One of the universities. Not close, but
Sure.
that was like
Yeah, yeah.
not too far from there.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been there. And then Jenny Springs.
That was the one that I think
Yeah.
I was looking at was Ginny.
Jenny
I just don't
Springs
know
is
how
cool.
far out of the way I'd have to go to get
Eh,
back out.
yeah, that's probably closer to, I think that's closer to maybe Tallahassee. That might be in between.
Okay,
the two.
that'd be better because that's going that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'll just look it up on the coast, like along 75 to 10 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and check to see what's out there. I mean, there's got to be places along.
Yeah, dude. And that's way too cool because, I mean, nothing's really getting planned.
No.
You're just kind of getting up and driving. And
Yep.
so what are you going to do with, like, let's say if you were to stop somewhere and sleep? So do you know because I don't know the laws of, I know you
Yeah.
park in a Walmart, you're kind of shit out of luck
Yeah.
because they could tell you, but.
If they don't have signs, I know you can park somewhere. I don't plan on doing that.
Right.
That's gonna be a last resort.
Yeah, of course.
My parents got me a book it's probably an inch and a half thick. It's free and cheap campsites. So it just goes by state. You just flip open, start state, and then just
Pick
go
a
through
spot.
Yeah, and you can find everything.
That's cool.
And then there's an app for people call it van life. That's like the thing. That's their hashtag or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have an app now that just started. It's only been about a month or so, maybe. The Van Life app.
Oh, cool.
And only if you're a part of it will you see it. And if you go somewhere that's not on there,
Uh-huh.
and it's something really cool, really good scenery, good campsite, something
Yeah.
like that, somewhere
You
easy to
log
get
it?
to. Yeah, you can log it, say that you were there, give a little explanation of what was there.
So it's almost like Waze, but for van
Mhm.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find destinations that are people already have been to and say, "Oh, this is a good place to park."
Oh, that's
and
cool.
if I'll show you after.
Yeah.
The map, you just zoom out and you just see like teepee, or tent looking.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah. Like little campsites?
Yeah, and it's all over. It's all people that have posted.
Wow.
So if you're looking for somewhere, you just zoom and find your area and see
That's way
what's-
too cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so this-
new. So
Yeah, that's super easy. All right.
that
so,
and then campsites. Yeah, hopefully national parks, whatever, let you sleep overnight. I'm not sure the rules on all that either. I'll have
Yeah.
to look it up.
yeah. But you'll wing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll figure it out.
The only thing I have timing wise is winter. So I want to
Yeah.
get to Alaska.
Alaska?
But that's either coming back and getting up there and coming back before January. So probably December
Yeah.
is fast pace.
Right.
But I can always come back down and do
Other stuff.
spring stuff down, here.
So you're pretty much thinking
So-
about doing like a straight cut shoot?
Yeah.
Up there?
Over Arkansas and Alabama just real quick, and then probably cut to Texas Texas over to New Mexico,
Nice.
Utah, Colorado, Arizona. Do a lot of that nighttime, middle of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Find the dark spot map. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that dark sky map.
Dark sky,
I'm gonna
yeah.
use that. Find really cool areas.
So how does that work? Is it just because there's no lights anywhere around pretty much and
Yep.
you can see the sky?
Yeah.
Man,
no
that's so
no light
crazy.
pollution.
It's nuts.
They have, so when I was in North Dakota, that was one good thing. We went camping. We were about 2 hours from a big city, which isn't even a big city because it's North Dakota.
Right.
But the camp or whatever, it was camping. We had tents and everything. There's a lake, and there was this tiny little town that had like a bar, a little area.
Yeah.
We went and got drinks, came back, hung out around the fire. And I remember looking up, and the Milky Way was straight above my head the whole way across.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like millions of stars, just the pink and everything that you see, like in pictures. That's what it looked like, just sitting down and looking up. Like, so I want to see all that again. And
Hell yeah.
you got to be in, dark sky area.
Yeah, of course.
Back areas like Arizona, Colorado, Utah, all that New Mexico.
Dude, and I wish that's why we've been trying to do some traveling as well. Not as extensive and thought out as yours, but no, we've gone to some spots like even in parts of Vegas. It's interesting where because we flew in. This was last year or the year before, one of the two. But we flew into Vegas because I go there every year, and then I flew her out, and we drove from Vegas to California, which is about 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
So I got a couple buddies in LA, and just the night drive back, because we drove back to Vegas to fly out of Vegas, and you look up, and even in the middle of the desert, you look up and you're just like,
So many more stars.
this is crazy, bro. This is like, what are we doing that we can't even appreciate? There's only a small amount of people in the world that can actually appreciate that on a daily basis.
Think about like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody would see so
gorgeous.
many more skies or so many more stars.
Yeah. And that's probably a big reason why all those guys believed in, you know,
Oh yeah.
what do you call it?
I mean, like
The stars and the
oh yeah,
not-
astrology.
Yeah, astrology, but the constellations.
Constellations, yeah, where they like named them all, had gods, and
Right,
things
yeah.
came from the stars. And
Of course they did. What else did they do?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they just looked at that. They're like, oh, that looks like a lion. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, think about, they show like the stars that map out, and you're like, that doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Well, you're only seeing the main stars of it, so I don't know what it. I mean, I don't know what it really looks like.
Yeah.
If you have all of them, but
You're not seeing the whole picture.
Mm-mm.
So what was the best spot that so far you've been to, whether it was military, or is there anything that kind of stands out aside from Mount Rushmore and the exciting statues? Cali was cool, right?
Yeah, Cali
Yeah.
was good. I got deployed to Guam.
Really? How's that?
Deployed, I guess I should say.
Deployed, yeah.
We got scuba certified.
Oh, that's
A couple
cool.
Guys I went with. Did
Did
a lot
you-
of diving.
You do it like a pool, or you did it?
We went first. You start off in a pool just
Right.
to do your first day, and then we did our open water cert.
Oh, cool.
Inside the Navy base, which is on the west coast, a little south.
Uh-huh.
Anderson is the Air Force base up on the north coast.
Nice.
There's like a 600-foot cliff that goes down.
Whoa.
The planes fly off the end and land
Yeah.
coming down into that. But yeah, they had a Navy base. They have a maybe like a 70 or 80-foot wide little concrete block thing. I don't even know what to call it. And there's water all inside of it that goes out to the bay. So you can run and jump into the water and then swim out.
Oh, that's way too cool.
So they have a bay where all the Navy ships park and all that. And in the middle, they have cargo ships and stuff that have sank or they've sunk them. So
you can swim around
We went
them?
out. Yeah, we got our open water cert dive was on a, it's called American Tanker.
Okay.
It was a tanker ship that was sunk. I don't remember if they sunk it or if it was sunk,
Yeah.
you know, by something else. I think they had sunk it for something.
Probably for people to scuba.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's way too cool. I haven't actually even been scuba diving. I've been snorkeling and, you know, been miles out doing that, but never scuba diving. I always wanted to go.
it's different. It's peaceful. It's quiet. It's crazy. It's
I bet.
different. Hmm.
I don't know.
Florida's.
Yeah. Well, Florida and Cali would be two ones that it'd be nice, it'd be pretty, it'd be cool, but man, there's so much shit that can go wrong in scuba. Like it's just such an alien world. I can't even picture swimming around.
Yep.
Because even I went, where was it? I think it was Mexico or Costa Rica. I think it was Costa Rica. No, it was Mexico. We went to Acumal, Mexico, and we went snorkeling to see sea turtles. And it was awesome, but we went out, you know, a good amount of ways. I mean, we swam out what felt like almost like a mile. And we went out and you look around, you're in the middle of the ocean, and you see just depth that I can't even see all the way down. And you look around, you see this turtle pop up, and you're like, oh, this is why I'm doing it. But then little do you know, behind you could be
Yeah.
great, right, ready to take off your fucking head.
Yep. That's
Not
what.
okay.
That was the most worrying part was as soon as we jumped in, I was the first one in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there. You have a little bit of air in your BC just to hold you buoyant until you're ready to go down.
Right?
And I looked down, put my goggles or my mask on.
Uh-huh.
I look down. It's just blue. I can't see the ground from there. But the visibility is great. It's
all blue.
The top of the boat, like it was sitting on its side, kind of.
Uh-huh.
The top edge was at like 50 feet or something like that.
Fuck that.
So you have visibility. I couldn't see it though. I just saw blue, and I'm like, I'm just gonna. So and they're like, all right, everybody was in at this point, and they're like, all right, go ahead, start down, and they told me to go first.
So you had to swim down?
So you just you let your air out of the BC, and you'll start sinking because you have your weight belt and stuff. And you just grab the line. Well, you put your hand around the line.
Yeah.
And there's a rope that goes all the way to the front. So you just kind of stay with the rope. You don't have to hold it, but you can keep your hand around it or just be near it. And you just sink and
Not
float
okay.
into the blue. And then all of a sudden the ship appears after 15 feet. You start seeing it. And you're like, oh my God.
I would
crazy.
lose my shit.
Yeah.
I would piss my scuba gear. That is intense.
But it was awesome.
Yeah. Have you ever used it since?
Nope. I know, like scuba and like the Keys and stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to do some with some friends.
Like coral reef
So,
and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You do lobster season and stuff. You can scuba.
Oh, that'd be tight. Like to catch lobster, you mean? Mm-hmm. Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
That'd be cool in the Keys. Yeah.
So, and there's nothing really. We snorkel the Keys all the time
Right.
for lobster, but you can scuba as well. I think at least.
Yeah. That's cool.
So snorkeling it's some of it's 30 feet. So you're taking a breath, getting down,
That's
trying
nuts.
to tickle out a lobster with one breath, and you've already gone down 30 feet, which was like when I started, that was my max.
Yeah.
Like
Those are
get
the
down,
max
grab sand, and get back up. That's 30 feet.
and I'm out.
Yeah,
Sharks. Yeah.
So you get down there, you see a lobster, and you're like at 20 feet or whatever.
Yeah.
You start to tickle it out, and you're like, already, can't breathe.
Yeah.
You got to come up before I could even get it out. I'm like, you just, even like in Guam though.
Yeah.
I was there for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I would practice breath holding techniques while I was sitting on the flight line waiting for the truck to come or
Sure.
somebody bring a part or whatever, and I would do the breath techniques. And that same spot, we would jump in the water and snorkel out because we would snorkel the reef that was right there before the ledge was dropped off, and the dive computer was the same. Like it matched my watch, so I watched to make sure that the watch was legit, like counting depth.
Yeah.
And just snorkel and walk or swam out. Did my breath like start,
Techniques, yeah.
went down. I watched my watch hit 45 feet, and then
You went down 45 feet?
and I kept going. Stopped, looked around, like not fast. Looked up. I could see how high the water was, like,
Yeah.
and I knew. And I just did like the wave back up,
Yeah.
nice and slow
Because you
and
can't
calm.
swim right back up because your heart rate,
Well,
right?
yeah, I think with that it's just fine because you're just snorkeling. But with diving, you have to stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I came up. It was it was close. I was heavy breathing, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like scared or anything at that point. And I was probably 50, 52, 53 feet. So
Fuck that.
I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it anymore. But yeah,
Yeah.
I want to get back in.
Well, and if you didn't do those breathing techniques, I probably would have screwed
Yeah.
you up big time.
Oh yeah,
That's wild, man. Yeah, I definitely want to do some scuba diving. That and skydiving. I want to do skydiving. Did you do anything in the military out of planes or anything?
no, just the refueling.
Yeah.
I did skydiving in tech school. I did 3 jumps with some friends, solo.
Solo.
And
Did you have to build up hours for it, or
No, you can actually just go. Your first jump can be by
can be
yourself.
what?
Yeah,
I thought you
you
had to
have
like.
to take a class,
So as long as you take the class, you're
but
good.
that's it. Yeah, it's like is it 10 hours or something like that?
Yeah. They probably just don't want you to, because they want to
so-
make money.
Well, yeah, and they're tandem. I did a tandem first
Yeah.
for my birthday with a buddy. I don't remember how old we were. 20. I was probably 22 or something like that.
Oh shit.
And did my first tandem, well, my only tandem.
Yeah.
And then I did 3 jumps in Oklahoma when we were in Texas for tech school. So we drove to Oklahoma. The weather got bad, so we couldn't finish. So that's all I ever got was those 3.
How was solo though?
Awesome.
Intense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So you would do it again?
you only have you
Yeah.
only have a radio, so you're watching. Like they'll tell you, okay, turn, and you or turn left. So you pull your left cord.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, okay, that's good. And they get you in. So when you come in for your final, you do like, if the wind is going with you, you would drop with the wind. And at the end, you would do a 90 and then 90 into the wind and break. And so
it's probably complex as
yeah,
shit.
all you have is this radio. So if you don't, and a radio is not exact, you hear like,
a little bit.
a little bit of that gap, that pause.
Yeah.
So
Is it two-way though? Could you say something to them?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think they were just there to talk that.
Because you probably wouldn't be able to hear it anyway, even if you
No,
go
with the
there.
wind and all that.
Yeah. Oof.
But yeah, they
So someone's watching you then.
yeah, and they're telling you how to get down, really.
Yeah.
And they let you, especially on my third, they let me go in the air,
Yeah.
which I was worried about because my arch wasn't the best. And I got it though, and the guy like swung around in front of me, and it was just me and him, and I was flying by myself.
Oh, that's
And
sick.
then we waved off and pulled
Yeah.
and came down, and it's still scary because they're gonna tell you, okay, 3, 2, 1, flare,
Uh-huh.
and that just means pull your things. You watch that back come up and they swoop and then land.
Wow.
Well, they're telling you, but the gap or the pause between them saying it and it coming out of your mic or radio,
Yeah.
it's like I was like, I should pull it now, and then she said pull, and I was like, oh, if I had done it at that time, because I hit kind of hard, but I
Yeah.
hit my feet and just did the roll.
Because there's a big delay.
There was a delay,
Yeah.
and I think because I remember thinking I should pull it now, and I think if I had pulled, I would have been fine.
It would have been
a
awesome,
little
right?
bit, softer,
Oof.
but they weren't bad. None of them were bad.
No.
Just a little roll, or you hit and kind of just slide over, like
Yeah.
let yourself lay down.
That's wild, man. Oof.
You got to do it. At least the tandem, because
Yeah.
then you don't have to be in charge.
Yeah. I've done the iFly. You know, what do you
I've
call
always
them?
wanted to do that.
That's
the
pretty
wind
cool.
tunnels. Yep.
The wind tunnels. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are pretty cool.
I've never done one.
Yeah, they're. I did it for free. The company I worked at before let us go in there for free and just kind of test it out. I don't know if I would pay for it because I
Yeah.
feel like it's almost the same price as
Is it really?
skydiving. It's like $60, $70.
Yeah.
So I feel like another
40 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what some of them for a tandem. If you only go to 10,000, it's 120, $130 or something.
Yeah,
like
so it
that.
might be worth it to see. But I always did want to do like something like at night. Night jumps, I think, probably.
Yeah, they're probably going to be more expensive.
a lot more dangerous and expensive. But like something over Vegas
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
would be cool, like all
Yeah.
the lights and
Yep.
or something where you could see northern lights. That'd be tight.
Yep.
But that's got to be pricey though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
You got to be somewhere that you can see them too.
Yeah,
So
man.
you're going to be in Norway or
Somewhere.
way upper Alaska.
And that's gonna be cold
Or
as shit.
anywhere in Alaska, really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So-
It's winter.
Yeah. So what's making you go to Alaska first? What's the
Not first, but I just want to get up. I want to
Yeah.
do it. And
before
if-
the winter?
Yeah, and if I wait until next year, then I'd have to do like a quick drive back. I feel like,
Yeah.
or it depends. I mean, if I find something I like to do and I can do it in the van, take a little longer.
Yeah. Sure.
Who knows? But
So you
I want to make sure I get there. I've been there in the military.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, we did 17 days for a thing called Red Flag. It's a games, if you'd call it that. It's an exercise.
Okay.
But it's war games, plane to plane combat.
Oh shit.
It's B-52s, F-16s, and
Not
maybe one other.
simulations.
No. Yeah,
Real deal.
well, they're flying, but they
Right.
have when they get locked. There's I don't remember what they call them now. Like the chaser planes, they're painted like
Black?
camoed, kind
Oh,
of
camoed,
like
yeah,
different
yeah.
colors, like the blue, white, all that.
Yeah. So like in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll come out and they'll take down whatever they can. And they all dogfight and all that. So we were up there for 17 days in Fairbanks.
And that's a game.
That was like, their war games or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Red Flag. They do them all over. There's a Red Flag Vegas. There's Red Flag Alaska.
That's cool.
There's a bunch of other ones that do the same or
'Cause it's-
similar things.
Because it's like
It's
a training.
Yeah, it's all just training.
It's all training. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were in B-52s and like they get shot down or
Yeah.
they put on what they can and
They need
can
to
just
know.
shut everything out. So
That's cool
It's
to
a
see,
good
though.
it's a good training exercise, and we got to go. We did some hot springs, the dog sleds.
Yeah. Dog sleds would be cool.
Yeah. We did a museum of like dog sled and like old like Alaska Inuit and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I did Anchorage for my second job when I was in the KC-10. We were doing refueling, so we went to Anchorage,
Oh, that's cool.
and that was where I saw my buddy that was doing the van. But this was way before.
Yeah. But it stuck out to you.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wide open. It's different. I don't mind the cold. I mean, I have to get used to it again, and I have the gear. So
Yeah. And what is it? It's 30 days. Is it 30 days it's dark and 30 days it's like a
yeah, I'm
weird...
not sure how that works. I know that
6 months
that
a year or
like
something.
movie, like 30 Days of Night,
It's a great movie.
but I don't. I don't remember like the summer one. There's like
Yeah.
daylight is pretty
It's
long.
longer,
I just
yeah.
don't remember if it's 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we had. So when I was in Fairbanks,
And for people who don't know, 30 Days of Night, it's a romantic vampire film. So if you want to see that, you can. I forget who's in it. It's what's his
I
name?
don't either.
Yeah. Some guy.
So they had
About the daylight.
yes.
Yeah.
So we were on the flight line, and I was working mid shift, so it was like 11 to 7. And then there was only 4 of us, 2 in the day, 2 for night.
Nice.
And you're just doing like a small, you guys go fix everything. There's like 4 planes up there.
Yeah.
Keeps pretty simple most of the time, and nights was pretty easy.
Yeah.
So we would watch the sun go down pretty late. I don't remember the time, 10:30, 11, it would start, creeping.
Right.
That light blue that you see just as like the sun's gone down, you still see a little bit of blue. We watched that go around the horizon, and then the sun pop up.
That early?
It was 2:30 in the morning, and that blue was still working its way around
Dude, that's
the
wicked.
horizon. So it
It'd be
never
kinda-
really went down. And this was
Yeah.
September, middle of September I got there. So I saw northern lights, but only green, and they were shooting through the
yeah.
clouds.
Yeah. So it fucks with you.
Yeah.
Like if you're up there for a long
Oh, yeah.
time,
I'm sure they're dark, yeah.
that'll fuck with you.
Mhm.
That's crazy, dude. I can't picture that.
Yeah, the nighttime is real bad because you don't have vitamin C, and
Yeah.
it's just,
It's like Seattle.
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to live like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alaska. So that's definitely a hot spot for you that you want to visit.
Mhm.
Is there anything else that stands out to you besides that?
I've never been to Canada, so the drive through Vancouver and for US, the upper like coast.
Okay.
Everything from I'll probably hit Northern California to see some friends.
Mm-hmm.
Head over
Whereabouts?
where I was at. So
Like San
it's
Fran?
called, yeah, it's about an hour out of San Fran. Fairfield is the base. I was in
yeah.
Vacaville. It's about 40 from Sacramento, an hour from San Francisco. Same road, runs all the way across.
Very cool.
But the whole Pacific Northwest, I've never done anything other than for flying, you have to go through SEER, which is survival school.
Oh,
so
okay.
you do, you do field, or you do classroom stuff.
Uh-huh.
They teach you little things, and then you go out in the field for 6 days.
Nice.
You do your water training. You get resistance training. It's pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
But that was on the east coast of Washington.
How long is
So,
that training?
19 days.
Okay.
So.
But I'm sure it's intense.
Oh yeah.
All
So we
19
got
days.
to go out on one of the weekends and see a little bit of like Spokane.
Yeah.
But it's not West Coast. It's not that Pacific Northwest like
Mhm.
coastline. I've never seen. I want to see the Goonies. Those rocks like out in the water.
Hell yeah.
So I've never been up on that. So I really want to hit a lot of that.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
Northern California all the way through. Yeah, Oregon, Washington. I'd probably just go through Canada from
Well,
there.
dude, if you're feeling squirrely, I mean, what are we in? Into June, so the last week of August,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be in California. We're actually going to be a little bit near Fairfield and what's that? What's near Napa? Hey, babe, you remember that city that we're going to stay at? What is it? Where? In California. Fucking damn. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so because every year we do, since I go to Vegas for work, I'll go there, I'll do meetings for like 3-4 days, and then I'll fly her out the last day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hang out in Vegas for like the night. We'll do either a casino, or we might go see a show this year or something like that, because we haven't done that yet. And then we'll do either something in California, or like 2 years ago we went to Grand Canyon, which was...
I've never seen it.
What?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit it. Obviously.
Yeah, that's got to be on it. Yeah. So we went. I've been a couple times, but when I was a kid, when we did all these trips with my dad and stuff, I don't even remember. We had a big ass RV.
Yes. Yeah.
So every year we would do something. So like one year we went up to like New York, and we did the whole coast for like 2-3 weeks, during the summer. And then the other year we went to Midwest, and then they went to California. But I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in middle school or high school, whatever it was. So. Actually, no, it was definitely middle school because I don't remember shit.
Yeah.
And I know I pretty much, partied and ruined my whole life when I was in high school. So
Yeah.
before that, I don't remember anything. But everything that I've done, like the Grand Canyon, California, San Francisco, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting to do it, and I start to kind of get these memories and all that. And I took it for the first time for her, but we didn't even do the national park. We just went... a little bit outside the national park where the 3 canyons are, and that's like the touristy spot.
Yeah.
So they have like those glass
Oh,
sidewalks, and
Yeah.
we didn't do that. She wouldn't do that, but I forgot how fucking bananas it is when you first go up to the Grand Canyon and you walk up and there's no one guarding it.
No.
Like I mean,
You can just go over.
just jump.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. And she's even telling me, she's like, "What are you doing? Why are you getting so close?" I was like, "If it was really that dangerous, they would
Yeah.
put gates."
Yeah.
Of course, if you
It's
jump,
stable flooring.
exactly. Yeah, it's it was made by millions of years ago or whenever it was. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's pretty radical. So we did that 2 years ago. Then last year we went to my buddy in L.A. and we rented a Mustang, like I was telling you. We went through the desert.
Yep.
So we drove from Vegas to L.A. and then we hung out in L.A. pretty much for the whole week. And then we did like the beach, and that was just really cool. So this year, bringing me back, we're gonna do San Francisco, and we're gonna do that for 2 days. Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz, and then we're probably gonna do Napa Valley.
Yeah.
For like the
I
week
was,
after.
I was about 20 minutes from Napa.
Yeah,
and
Fairfield, right?
All I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I did a couple breweries up there. And that was
Yeah.
it. I never did wine tasting.
Oh yeah.
A lot of my friends, like, because of the flying schedule, you could be gone for 2 weeks. You could be gone 2 days, quick flight out somewhere
Yeah.
back.
So you
maybe
can't
a
really
couple days.
plan a whole lot, right?
So a lot of times it was like, oh, who's around this weekend? And nobody would be when someone was trying to do something. And
Yeah.
I just never wasn't in any relationships when I was out there because I was gone so much and
Smart.
didn't want to go up there by myself, do
Yeah.
wine tasting. Like, that's weird. And then I have to
So
drive home. So
Right.
can't do that.
And back then there was an Uber.
No, not
So- Was it? 16?
I don't-
2015?
it would have been anywhere
Yeah.
from 14 to 15. No, yeah, 14 to 16.
Yeah. There might have been.
So,
There might have been.
but it
Then that was
wouldn't have
high-tech.
been. Yeah, it
Yeah.
wouldn't have been the same.
Well, I even think now, from what my dad was saying, because my dad's been up to Napa, he's like, I mean, you could get an Uber there, but it's probably better to arrange something because sometimes you don't
Oh,
even get
yeah.
service up there, depending on how far up you go.
Yeah,
So I got a couple ideas from him to go to, but
there's some good breweries too.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't remember. Are you are you a beer person?
I used to be.
Used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be. I'll do a cider every now and then.
Yeah.
But I don't even drink that much anymore.
No,
It's
me
weird.
either.
You don't even?
No.
Yeah. Do you drink it all?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not that big a deal to me anymore.
No.
It used to be though, and I don't know if it's because I got older or if I just realized, how stupid it is. I mean, it's pointless. Like because I only drink. I like the taste, of course, sure, whatever. But like a nice glass of wine with like some pasta or
Yeah.
something, that's exciting. A beer with a burger, I get it. I used to do that, but usually when I like to drink to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then when you get fucked up, the next day is horrible.
Yep.
And then the
That's
next
worse the later,
Yeah.
longer, the older you get.
right. And then the day after that is like you're at like 70%. You're
Yeah.
still. It took me like 3-4 days to recover now.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I drink one night, I'm out for the whole week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not a big drinker anymore.
No, mine's normally once every couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
And well, I was playing golf with a friend pretty regularly,
Golf course, you got to throw down some beers.
and yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a once a week thing, but
Yeah.
or once every other week.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my only day to drink. I
Yeah.
wouldn't touch anything unless somebody came in town, like if Chris came up or something.
Right.
We'd go and eat dinner, and I'd have a beer or two.
And that's the
That's
only reason why is because golfing without alcohol is just stupid.
Yeah, and you're not good.
It's like pool.
It helps you.
Yeah. Like for me, if I play pool with like a couple drinks, I'm in the game. But if I play it sober, I'm like the worst pool player
Yeah.
ever.
So it's that
the little
that
confidence.
or not caring about. Yeah.
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
try this.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, it's like that indifference that you don't
Yeah.
give a shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so competitive anyway. So like if I don't play it and I feel like if I'm sober and someone else is drinking, like I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
do what I can to try to beat their ass. So I got to get drunk so I don't be as competitive and try to be fun.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. So California, anywhere else that stands out to you that you want to visit? Houston's
Just-
cool. You
yeah.
been to Houston?
I don't think so.
That's a cool town.
Got a friend in Austin, which is really fun.
Austin's blast.
So see
That's
her.
that's more fun than Houston.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a college town.
I got a buddy from the military who was in Houston. I'm not sure if he still is, but I've never been that I can remember. 'Cause when I drove home from the military, Chris came out
Mhm.
and we did Pacific Coast Highway from San Francisco all the way down.
The view,
Awesome.
stupid. We're gonna do that too.
Definitely have to do it.
Yeah.
It's a long drive
Yeah.
because from what I remember, if it was San Francisco to LA, it's supposed to be like 5 hours.
Whoa.
This took us like, I think we didn't even get to LA. We turned off before and we drove to Vegas that night instead.
Because you just
It was
stopped
about
everywhere.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just stopped?
10, about 10. I think it was because we got to Vegas at like 2:30 in the morning and we left at like 10 from
Yeah.
like my apartment.
Were you just stopping every 5 seconds?
Oh yeah, like you turn a corner and there's like it's still huge cliffs.
You're like, oh,
we
check this
hit
out.
Big Sur really early,
Oh, nice.
and we saw a rock that was like somebody's like next to their driveway, like a
Yeah.
big boulder. Sorry.
You're good.
And it was a whale like carved into it. It looked like just like the outline.
Really?
I was like, whales up here? Like, is that a thing? I didn't know.
Yeah.
And within like a minute, Chris is looking out, as we're driving down,
Yeah.
and sees a spout.
No.
We're like, oh, so we were literally after that. We're like, all right, we got to see him. So we kept stopping as soon as and trying to watch, and everything just had a great view or a little like spot to
Little
turn
pull
off.
over, yeah. Was it
there's
busy?
Yes.
People pulling
Yeah.
over and stopping and stuff? Yeah.
So
What time of year
it's-
did you guys go?
That was August.
Okay.
Yeah, first week of August.
Well, fuck. That's
Yeah.
where I'm going.
I mean, it's just people driving.
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
it's 2-lane. A lot of it will come down, cut down, or it's 4-lane. Pass some cool bridges. Those you've probably seen pictures where it's
Yeah.
like the big, like arched bridge.
Oh, I love it.
That was cool. They have
awesome.
a little tunnel that goes through part of right after that.
Yeah.
Really cool areas.
That's way too cool.
Seals or sea lions
Sea
down
lions, yeah.
south. Yep.
Because they just hang out on the beach, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. No, it's great. Well, there's so much. That's why I love what you're doing because, I definitely want to do something like that. Eventually, collect some time because we're only able to take, 1 or
yeah.
2 weeks a year. But it's great, man, when you vacation and then you go see these places that, is different from home. And then you realize you got it good or you got it bad, one of the two.
yeah.
So, and then it motivates you to kind of, either travel more or see other
Yep.
sites. And there's so much cool shit out there.
Oh yeah. You gotta get out there and see it.
Yeah, dude. There's just so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're going to be gone, what, a year,
Yeah.
give or take?
Yeah. We'll see.
Cool, man. You nervous?
Just want to keep myself busy.
Yeah.
So I think I
Do
can.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got a lot of different little ideas of just trying to keep myself busy stuff, things to do. And
Yeah.
obviously everywhere is going to have something to see.
Of course.
So,
Yeah, as long as you take the right route.
yep.
And you pretty much just going to drive, or you're going to map it out each day where you're going to go, or how you think you're going to do it?
Probably I'll probably set out like a few days, stay at this park or hit from here to here to here
Yeah.
within like the next week and give myself like, that time. I want to be here by a week.
Right.
And then I'll map out. Okay, well, I can see this is here, this is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all I got to do is pull over and find somewhere to park.
That's it.
So,
And you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. And if you have too much to drink, you just got to take a nap and
Yeah.
you're good. Yeah.
Yep.
No, don't have to worry about no DD.
No.
You're in the game.
Yeah.
Well, I think I speak for everybody, but you should definitely do. I know you're gonna take pictures,
Mm-hmm.
but it'd be kind of radical to see, and I'll even make it for you. If you just do a bunch of videos,
Yeah.
you got to do horizontal,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
1080. So you do horizontal, just little like 10 or 15-second clips of, maybe like you pull over to a cool stop and, just showing yourself, and then doing that like every stop, and then throughout the course of the year, you can have like a 25-minute like documentary you can put
Yeah,
together, and I'll
that'd
put
be
it
cool.
together for you
All right.
for free.
All right.
I just want to see it. I think
Yeah.
it'd be cool. But I'm glad you came over, man. It's good to see you.
Me too.
And I know it probably won't be another year until I see it, because
No.
you're going to be
Yeah.
all over, unless you happen to make it to California by August.
Yeah. If I'm there,
29th.
man.
That's
If I'm
right.
if I'm close, if I'm hours away,
Yeah.
it's all right. I'll meet you guys. We'll
And give me a
do
couple day
something.
notice. I'll
Yeah,
cancel my hotel, and then I'll just stay in the
stay with
camper.
me. Yeah. It's got a queen in there.
That's right. I love it. No, but I'm glad you came over, man. I'm excited.
Me too.
So now let's go hop on our boards and go grab some food.
Sounds good.
All right, brother.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, go follow this guy, Danny Mcleod. I'm going to leave his links in the description so you can see his journey. You heard it. He's going to go ahead and do little 10-second clips and post it at least a couple times a week so we can see it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. We're out. Peace.